Get him, Joe. Get him.
Joe!
Osterbeck, and last week's player of the game, Joe Putney, is the free safety.
Winslow up on the line of scrimmage. Looks like he might be coming after this one. Nope, it's going to back off now. Low kick. Fielded at the 26-yard line by Victor. Todd's across the 40, finally dragged down from behind at the 45-yard line, so the Cardinals will start off with excellent field position. There's an official's timeout on the field. 7:36 remaining in the first quarter. It's the Mentor Cardinals 7, the Willoughby South Rebels 0.
Ed Pike's at it again with super savings on great Lincoln Mercuries. Right now at the Ed Pike clearance sale, you can own a Mercury Lynx for only $64.95. Drive away a 1987 Mercury Lynx for only $64.95, loaded with all these options. If you've been waiting to buy a car, now's the time. Remember, these cars are well equipped with a 1.6-liter engine, automatic transmission, power steering, and much, much more. Combine this with 2.9% financing, and you've got a great deal out of Mercury Lynx. See Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury, 9647 Mentor Avenue in Mentor.
Phil used to rent cars from Hertz or Avis. He's now in business for himself. He calls Rent-A-Wreck. The Wilsons' car is in the shop. The garage ran into Ann's fender. Mike's insurance man sent them to Rent-A-Wreck. Mother Burke's in town for a month. Her son-in-law suggested budget. Mother Burke called Rent-A-Wreck. Next time you need a car, call Rent-A-Wreck. We take a lot of pride in our cars.
Enter Lake TV 35's high school football trivia contest and win a hooded sweatshirt from Olympic Sport Goods. This hooded sweatshirt will have the Olympic Sport Goods insignia on the front and can be yours if you give the right answer to the high school football trivia question given during each quarter of this game. For all Friday night games, you can enter on Friday nights during the game or during the replays on Saturday mornings and Tuesday evenings. For the Saturday night games, you can again enter during the game that night or during the replays on Sunday mornings and Wednesday nights. Phone 974-0012 and leave your answer to the question along with your name and phone number. A random drawing will be held of all the correct answers. Only one entry per person per game will be permitted. Enter Lake TV 35's high school football trivia contest and win a hooded sweatshirt from Olympic Sport Goods, 7150 Hart Street, A10 in Menor. Phone now during the game. The number again is 974-0012. First and 10 for Eric Hall and his Cardinals from their own 45-yard line. Hall turns around, hands it off to his fullback, Huss. Gregg hit at the line of scrimmage for no gain. One of the things we've noticed being down on the field here before the game, read in the papers this week about the poor field conditions of Sparky DiBiasio Stadium and in Euclid. Actually, the Menor Cardinal field tonight is in excellent condition considering the weather here in the past few weeks. Second down and 10. Hall looking to throw. Whistles have sounded. Penalty markers have fallen before the play is off. And it's going to go against the Rebels.
In talking about the field, Jeff, over the summer, Menor improved the drainage on the field. They had not originally put in the drainage needed. There had been some question as to what was underneath the field, and they redid the drainage, which has helped. Also, taking a page out of Dave Fry and the Cleveland Stadium groundskeeping crew, they've put a lot of sand on the field, and that's soaked up quite a bit of.
Hall's going to throw on second down. Down the sidelines, overthrows Mahor. Incomplete on 2nd and 5. It'll bring up third down for the Cardinals.
You know, they put a lot of sand on the field, and that's done a nice job. You know, a lot of credit needs to go to Don McLeod, who's in charge of field maintenance here at Menor, and he's done an excellent job getting this field in condition. You know, in addition to this ball game tonight, tomorrow night, the Lake Catholic and St. Joe's will be here at Menor Stadium getting ready to play that big ball game. St. Joe's currently leading in Menor's division in the playoff poll.
3rd and 5 from midfield. Victor in motion. Hall rolling out, looking that way. Needs to pick up a block. He's going to run out of time. Going to break one tackle. Going to shovel it forward to Hagedorn. Todd is hit shy of the first down, and it looks like the ball may have popped loose, and it has. A fumble by Hagedorn after a reception of about 3 yards, which it looked like Hall was already in the grasp, but now they call it a completion and a fumble. There's an official's timeout on the field. 6:20 left in the first quarter. It's the Cardinals 7, the Rebels 0.
Come to the Menor Heisley Racket and Fitness Club and experience the most complete combination of racket sports, Nautilus and free weights, and aerobics in northeastern Ohio. The club showcases 31 Nautilus machines and 7,000 pounds of free weights. The aerobics classes are designed to help you tone up, lose weight, increase your flexibility, and improve your cardiovascular performance. So join the Menor Heisley Racket and Fitness Club today, where variety and motivation are the highlight of a super workout.
Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen is loaded with high-quality used cars. Hi, this is Bob Lewis. If you're in the market for a good used car, now is the time to buy. Ed Pike has a large selection of used cars in excellent condition and value priced. So if you're looking for a good used car, buy it from Ed Pike, the dealer that customers have trusted for over 20 years. Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen, 9647 Mentor Avenue, at the Paynesville Township line in Mentor. Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury has 1988 Lincoln Town cars in stock. Why buy a used 87 Lincoln Town car when you can get a brand new, never titled 1988 for just $26.85? Get luxury, performance, and savings, too, with a new, fully warranted 1988 Lincoln Town Car for only $26.85 at Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury, 9647 Mentor Avenue in Mentor.
Some photo finishers promise fast service.
Boy, Miguel, Needy's photo's been in.
In by 7, out by 12. No problem.
Great. The picture's ready, Miguel?
The boys are still working on it. Come back in an hour or so. The boys are still working on it.
I want my picture now.
If you're not 100% delighted with your photo finisher, try 1 Hour Photo.
First big turnover there. See if Willoughby South can take advantage of that, and the Rebels take it in, led by Paciorek.
First man through. Ball carrier to about the 43-yard line is Rowe.
Troy Fry, the senior linebacker, making that stop after a 7-yard pickup by Rowe.
They'll mark it at the 42. It'll be 2nd and 3.
On that line for Mentor is Randy Stark, Greg Huss, and Mike Franzik.
Paciorek keeps it on an option, gets to the 40-yard line for a pickup of about 2 yards, which will bring up 3rd and 1.
Number 34 there, Doug Boyd, made the tackle. Doug, along with Al Smith, play the inside linebacker spots. John Sutter, Joe Trace, and Troy Fry also see action in the linebacking crew. Mike Peguerero, Winslow, McCormick, and Putney are the defensive backs.
3rd and a long yard for the Rebels. Rowe and Bales in the backfield. They're in the eye. It'll go to Bales. Trips across the 40-yard line. Should have enough for the first down. The ball carrier, Bob Bales. The officials will take a timeout and bring on the chain gang to measure this one.
Well, I think he's got it, Jeff. We'll check it out here along with Mike Paciorek, and he sees, as we do, that the official signals first down. That's the first down for the Rebels tonight. And I think in talking with Dan Hoffman, he said, we're going to do what we do best, and that's run the ball, and we're just going to have to run the ball at Mentor, try to keep their offense off the field, and see what kind of points we can put on the board.
So 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line of the Cardinals. Again, Rowe, the ball carrier. Pickup of a yard or 2. It'll bring up 2nd down for the Rebels. Don't forget, at the conclusion of tonight's ball game, we'll be selecting offensive and defensive players of the game from both teams. They will be receiving plaques from J&H Trophy Center in Paynesville, made possible by the sponsors of tonight's ball game and Lake TV 35. Players of the game, it'll be announced at the conclusion of tonight's ball game. Again in the I formation on 2nd and 9. Paciorek gives it to Bales, crosses the 35 down to the 34-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
About a 3-yard pickup for Bales. Previous award winners for us defensively this year have included Roger Winslow and Joe Putney for the Mentor Cardinals, and other Lake TV 35 ball games that have featured Mentor.
Paciorek looking to throw, plenty of time, over the middle, incomplete.
Number 20, Joe Putney on the coverage, hitting T.J. McCrate. McCrate, the favorite receiver of Mike Paciorek. T.J. has 29 receptions on the year.
From the 34-yard line, the Rebels will go for it on 4th and 5. Just from the placement of the ball after that incompletion, the Rebels lost about a half a yard. Nose of the ball was touching the 34-yard line. The officials have now spotted it back a touch. Fourth down, Pachorik rolling out, picks up a block, hit as he throws, and incomplete. Pachorik was hit as he released it, as Joe Trace was there.
In addition to Trace, Mike Peguerero also in there, along with Pat McCormick.
So the Cardinals will take over with 3 minutes, 12 seconds left. They lead the Willoughby South Rebels 7-0. First and 10 for Hall End is to the 40.
Club experience the most complete combination of racket sports, nautilus and free weights, and aerobics in northeastern Ohio. The club showcases 31 nautilus machines and 7,000 pounds of free weights. The aerobics classes are designed to help you tone up, lose weight, increase your flexibility, and improve your cardiovascular performance. So join the Menor Heisley Racket and Fitness Club today, where variety and motivation are the highlight of a super workout.
Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen is loaded with high-quality used cars. Hi, this is Bob Lewis. If you're in the market for a good used car, now is the time to buy. Ed Pike has a large selection of used cars in excellent condition and value price. So if you're looking for a good used car, buy it from Ed Pike, the dealer our customers have trusted for over 20 years. Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen, 9647 Mentor Avenue, at the Painesville Township line in Mentor. Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury has 1988 Lincoln Town Cars in stock. Why buy a used 87 Lincoln Town Car when you can get a brand new, never titled 1988 for just $26.85? Get luxury, performance, and savings too with a new, fully warranted 1988 Lincoln Town Car for only $26.85 at Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury, 9647 Mentor Avenue in Mentor.
Soon Photo Finishers promise fast service.
Boy, Miguel, need these photos been in.
In by 7, out by 12, no problem.
Great. The picture's ready, Miguel?
The boys are still working on it. Come back in an hour or so. The boys are still working on it.
I want my picture now.
You sure not 100% delighted with your photo finish?
First and 10 for Hall End is Cardinals. Hall trips, regains, throws, hits Sean Mahor. Sean fights forward across the 40-yard line to the 42-yard line before he's knocked down.
Dave Selesky, number 20, the monster back, makes the tackle that time for South.
He'll spot it just shy of the 43-yard line. We'll make it 2nd and 2 for the Cardinals. On the ground, Huss, first down Cardinals. Crosses the 45 to the 47. Pick up of 4 yards for Greg. One of the Rebels down looks like Jared Miller.
Jared, a 6'4", 290-pound senior, plays both defensive tackle and offensive tackle for the Rebels.
Trivia question for tonight. If you'd like a chance to win a hooded sweatshirt from Olympic Sport Goods in Menor, how many shutouts do the Rebels have to their credit this year? And if you're a Menor Cardinal fan and you say, I don't know the answer to that one, well, it's simple for you Menor Cardinal fans. How many shutouts do the Menor Cardinals have to their credit this season? So Rebel fans can call in the answer to the Rebel shutouts. Cardinal fans, the answer to the Cardinal shutouts this season, 974-0012. If your answer is correct, you'll be included in our random drawing, and our winner will receive a hooded sweatshirt from Olympic Sport Goods in Menor, 7150 Hart Street, Mentor, Ohio. Jared still down as we look at the Menor crowd tonight. Very cold night for high school football in this final week of the regular season. Actually, not a very good turnout for the Menor Cardinals. Now, Jared is being helped to his feet and will head for the sidelines. Let us take this opportunity for a timeout. 2:32 left in the first quarter. Cardinals are leading the Rebels of Willoughby South 7-0. Lake TV 35 is your local cable channel, providing you with local news, sports, special events, and high school sports. As our audience, you are important to us. We would like your ideas for future programming. If you have an idea, drop us a line at Lake TV 35, 7139 Hopkins Road, Mentor, Ohio, 44060, or call our answer line at 974-0012.
The Mentor Highland Racket and Fitness Club is your complete fitness center featuring nutritional guidance and fitness testing. Enjoy tennis, racquetball, aerobics, nautilus and free weights, and a running track 7 days a week. Tennis and racquetball lessons and clinics are also available. At the Mentor Highland Racket and Fitness Club, you can even play basketball or volleyball. Experience all this and more only at the Mentor Highland Racket and Fitness Club, with the largest combination of racket and fitness in northeastern Ohio.
Ed Pike Volkswagen is closing them out. That's right, Ed Pike's closing out 1987 Volkswagen Quantum, Scirocco's, and Golf GTs, and that means big savings for you. Save $2,000 on luxurious Quantum featuring Volkswagen high performance and comfort. Save $1,500 on high-performance Scirocco's, the fastest Volkswagen you can buy. Save $1,000 on Golf GTs with GTI performance. 1987 closeout Volkswagen savings now at Ed Pike Volkswagen, 9647 Menor Avenue in Menor.
Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen means service. That's right, Volkswagen. You can depend on the Ed Pike award-winning service department. Over the years, Ed Pike has respect of its customers. Recognition and respect. 2 big reasons to service your car at Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen, 9647 Mentor Avenue at the Painesville Township line in Mentor.
Well, with our trivia question and the shutouts this year, both these teams did register shutouts last week. Mentor with a 15-0 victory over the Mayfield Wildcats. Willoughby South winning on a field goal late in the ball game, defeating Maple Heights 3-0. So both of them did pick up a shutout last week.
Victor in motion. Hall rolling out. Looking that way, throws intended for Hagedorn, goes incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals.
Matt Miller, the coverage. And Matt was one of our players of the game earlier this year against Eastlake North. Matt picked off an interception and ran it back over 30 yards for the game-winning touchdown against the Rangers of Eastlake North.
2nd and 10. Counterplay goes to Victor. Todd crosses midfield to about the 47-yard line of the Rebels for a pickup of 5 yards, where it'll make it 3rd and 5 for Mentor.
Interestingly, we're almost finished with the first quarter. Leading ground gainer for Mentor is Todd Hagedorn. He has yet to carry the ball.
Hall will throw on 3rd down. Almost intercepted. Couldn't hold on to it in front of the Mentor bench. There you take a look at him.
That's Bruce Leidy, number 99, who almost intercepted that pass. Batted down and up into the air by number 60, Don Aldfitch. Sean Mahor punting now, averaging 34 yards a kick.
Sean gets a high kick away. It'll be fielded inside of the 15. He'll be run out of bounds. I believe it's Selesky run out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. So on comes Mike Pachorik and the Rebels of Willoughby South. They have 1:20 left here in the first quarter. As we look at the Cardinal bench.
True Value Hardware for savings and service on all your indoor and outdoor home repair needs. Mention this TV35 high school football ad and save 10% on your purchase. From leaf rakes to plumbing and painting supplies, Willow True Value Hardware has the True Value products to meet your needs. Get your home ready for winter at Willow True Value Hardware and save 10% on your purchase. Only at Willow True Value Hardware in the Willow Plaza Shopping Center in Willoughby, where it's more than just a name, it's a way of doing business.
Phil used to run cars from Hertz or Avis. He's now in business for himself. He calls Rhetoric. The Wilson's Cars and Shop. The garage ran into Ann's phone. Mike's insurance man sent them to Rhetoric. Mother Burke's in town for a month. Her son-in-law suggested Benton. Mother Burke called Rhetoric. Next time you need a car, call Rhetoric. We take a lot of pride in our cars.
Ed Pike's at it again with super savings on great Lincoln Mercuries. Right now at the Ed Pike clearance sale, you can own a Mercury Lynx for only $64.95. Drive away a 1987 Mercury Lynx for only $64.95, loaded with all these options. If you've been waiting to buy a car, now's the time. Remember, these cars are well equipped with a 1.6-liter engine, automatic transmission, power steering, and much, much more. Combine this with 2.9% financing, and you've got a great deal out of Mercury Lynx. See Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury, 9647 Mentor Avenue in Mentor.
High school football teams all try to be number one, but Daniels Brothers Fuel Company is number one when it comes to bringing you high-quality heating oil and expert burner service. When you call Daniels Brothers for home heating oil delivery or burner service, you're getting 66 years of unmatched experience. Daniels Brothers, a complete heating oil dealer with a 24-hour burner and furnace service department and budget plans to fit your needs. Daniels Brothers, heating oil specialists, doing it right since 1921.
Well, we are now ready to start second quarter action. We apologize for the power failure up here in the booth at Mentor Stadium. We lost a few plays there. The Rebels still have possession. Right now they're facing a 3rd and 9 at the start of the second quarter. Pachorik to throw, throws behind his intended receiver, goes incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down and a punting situation.
Well, during that loss of power, we had Dave Bales picked up a yard. There was a penalty that was marked off against South, and then John Rowe picked up a yard. Now we just saw the pass, and Bales is back to punt. This is his second attempt on the evening. He had a 39-yarder earlier. He's averaging 39 yards in the Greater Cleveland Conference, is in number 1 in the punting department.
And now whistles have sounded and the flags are flying. They're saying movement on the line, and the Rebels were guilty of jumping as the Cardinals were trying to get a jump on the Catons.
Well, that illegal procedure call will push Dave Bales back 5 additional yards. As we say, he's averaging 39 yards a kick, which is best in the GCC. He's got a 59-yarder to his credit this year. That one we saw on Lake TV 35 against the North High Rangers, which put them in the hole late in the ball game.
Low kick, 1 hop. Victor from the 40 across the midfield down to about the 47-yard line of the Rebels. That's where Eric Hall and the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10. 11:47 left here in the second quarter, and we see a penalty marker is down in front of the Rebel bench. Let's see what this one is all about.
Well, the kick by Bales traveled 41 yards, and they're marking it off against Mentor, so it very well could be something to do with a blocking. Looks like it is a clip against Mentor.
So they'll back him up to the Cardinals' 37-yard line.
And we'll see what kind of arm Eric Hall has, because there is a definite wind in his face at this point. The big flag here at Mentor Stadium is blowing quite heavily. And that's what Eric's going to be headed for, that end zone.
Hall will keep it on the ground. Huss breaks through the line of scrimmage. Penalty markers are down. Huss is dragged down across midfield. Seen more flags so far in this ball game than on the Independence Day parade.
About an 18-yard pickup that time. It's going to be a holding call against Mentor, which I'm sure the South Rebels will want to take. See number 54, senior Captain Anthony George, being asked by the official
If the refs keep this pace up with the penalty markers, they're going to have to retire their flags after this ball game.
Well, unless some of these gentlemen will be in the playoffs, they'll be putting these flags away for another season. They want to make sure they get that last penalty call in. And we don't want to make it sound like the officials are intentionally throwing flags. If they see a penalty, they're going to call it.
From the 30-yard line now, it's again first down. First and 17. Hall to throw against that wind, incomplete. And a late flag comes in once again. I think this one's going to go against the Rebels. It was intended for Pat DeMontis.
Joe Giacovetti was on the coverage, almost intercepted it, but Joe was not the one guilty of the pass interference. That happened a little bit further upfield.
Looked like Pat was tied up a bit. Couldn't get his hands free to try to even haul that pass in from Eric. 45-yard line. The sideline, they're saying it's first down, but they have it marked like they need 2 or 3 yards to go for the first down. The chain gang's getting it together with the officials. It is a first down for the Cardinals from their 45-yard line. On the ground, Huss to the 49-yard line. You guessed it. What a surprise, another penalty marker.
Well, Huss picked up about 3 or 4. But as the officials talk, Hall's walking back to the huddle a little bit disgusted.
They better hurry up and get this game over with. Don't they realize that Lake Catholic plays here tomorrow night against St. Joe's? So now they'll back them up to the 34-yard line, and it'll be first and 21.
Well, Greg Huss is having an outstanding ball game tonight from his fullback spot, but the junior isn't getting.
Hall wanting to throw. Pressure. Forced out of the pocket. Throws on the run. He's got a man across the 45 down to the 48-yard line is Todd Hagedorn. Pick 4 or 5. 4.
Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury has 1988 Lincoln Town Cars in stock. Why buy a used 87 Lincoln Town Car when you can get a brand new, never titled 1988 for just $26.85? Get luxury, performance, and savings too with a new, fully warranted 1988 Lincoln Town Car for only $26.85 at Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury, 9647 Mentor Avenue in Mentor. Customers, Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen has won it all. So whether you prefer the Lincoln Town Car, the stylish Mercury Sable, or the high-performance AmeriCorps, this is Bob Lewis, reminding you to buy your next car where respect and recognition have been earned for over 20 years. Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen, 9647 Mentor Avenue at the Painesville Township line in Mentor.
Come to the Mentor Highway Racket and Fitness Club and experience the most complete combination of racket sports, Nautilus and free weights, and aerobics in northeastern Ohio. The club showcases 31 Nautilus machines and 7,000 pounds of free weights. The aerobics classes are designed to help you tone up, lose weight, increase your flexibility, and improve your cardiovascular performance. So join the Mentor Highway Racket and Fitness Club today. We'll drive.
There's no such thing as a perfect insurance policy. Every person's needs and goals differ. With something as highly personalized as insurance, you'd be wise to have a good, reputable agency in your corner. An agency like Pease Kerr. In business since 1891, they have a full staff of experts in every phase of insurance. Whether it's life, home, business, auto, or health, the professionals at Pease Kerr are working for you. See them at 111 North St. Clair Street, 100.
Well, again, we apologize for circumstances beyond our control, as once again we have a temporary power failure here at Mentor Stadium. quickly the crew working on it. Power is restored, and when we lose power up here in the press box, we not only lose it upstairs, they also lose it downstairs to where our main truck is recording all the action for you tonight, but the scoreboard also goes out, so there's a little time back on the board. Territory and 3 for Menor.
Well, Todd Victor just picked up 4 yards. Prior to that, Hagedorn had the 12-yard reception.
Hall to throw. He's got a man. First down. Ball is fumbled out of bounds, but the Cardinals have enough for a Cardinal first down.
Huss with a 10-yard pickup with his completion. Bruce Lady making the tackle out of bounds.
Yard line.
We see the wind blowing the huge American flag as well as the much smaller Menor flag. I'm not sure you can get the full impact of how hard that flag is blowing.
Hall wanting to throw on first down. Pressure on. Throws across his body. It's completed. As Bales is there to put the hit on Eric Hall, but Hagedorn hauls in the pass at the 30-yard line for a 7-yard pickup.
Know that Jared Miller, who went out earlier with the injury, is back into the lineup.
Victor in motion to the right. On the ground, Huss close to a first down. Tripped up at about the 27-yard line.
He'll be short by about a half a yard. Mike Schroer makes the stop.
It'll bring up third down and less than a yard for the Cardinals.
Mahor brings in a play and continues to sprint out wide to the right. Hagedorn split wide to the left. Victor in the slot. Huss the only back behind Eric Hall.
Huss first down across the 25-yard line to the 24. First down Cardinals.
Well, that's the 8th first down for Menor tonight. Three of them have been picked up on the run, 2 by penalty and 3 off the arm of Eric Hall.
.7:45 left in the second quarter. Hagedorn in motion. Hall rolling out to the right. Looking to throw, going deep, has a man, touchdown! Looks like it's Pat DeMoncus.
24 yards to Pat. And he's back there, you know, I think the ball hit him right in the chest, just below the pads.
And I think we're going to have this one called back. I think they're saying Pat was out of bounds.
And maybe it wasn't so much that the Pat was out of bounds. He was just disappointed that that pass was ruled incomplete. Good pressure that time on Hall, but he got the pass away with no problem. Pat had his defender beat, but it just carried out of bounds.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 24. Hall looking to throw again, going to Mahor, same sidelines. Sean's got this one, touchdown, Mahor, 24-yard strike. The second 24-yard touchdown pass from Eric Hall to Sean Mahor. So the Cardinals take a 13-0 lead, and Om Prasad is in trying to make it an even 14.
Get the touchdown, but Sean Mahor does. That's Sean's 5th touchdown of the year on his 42nd reception.
Ohm's kick is up. It is good. There's an official's timeout on the field. 7 minutes, 29 seconds remaining in the first half. It's the Menor Cardinals 14, the Willoughby South Rebels 0.
When it comes time to celebrate in formal wear, you know how important it is for you to look right. At American Commodore Tuxedo, making you look good is our only business. Our formal wear specialists will help you into one of this year's finest styles, complete with colored cummerbund and tie sets, including designer tuxedos in the beautiful After 6 line. At American Commodore Tuxedo, you can afford to look your best. Get a lot of tux for low, low bucks at American Commodore Tuxedo for the clothes you celebrate in.
Ed Pike, Lincoln, Mercury, Volkswagen means service. That's right. When you buy a new or used car at Ed Pike, Lincoln, Mercury, Volkswagen, you can depend on the Ed Pike award-winning service department. Over the years, Ed Pike has won every major Ford Motor Service Award and the respect of its customers. Recognition and respect. Two big reasons to service your car at Ed Pike, Lincoln, Mercury, Volkswagen, 9647 Mentor Avenue at the Painesville Township line in Mentor. Ed Pike Volkswagen is closing them out. That's right, Ed Pike's closing out 1987 Volkswagen Quantums, Scirocco's, and Golf GTs. And that means big savings for you. Save $2,000 on a luxurious Quantum featuring Volkswagen high performance and comfort. Save $1,500 on high performance Scirocco's, the fastest Volkswagen you can buy. Save $1,000 on Golf GT with GTI performance. 1987 closeout Volkswagen savings. Now at Ed Pike Volkswagen, 9647 Mentor Avenue in Mentor.
It's Willow True Value Hardware for savings and service on all your indoor and outdoor home repair needs. Mention this TV35 high school football ad and save 10% on your purchase. From leaf rakes to plumbing and painting supplies, Willow True Value Hardware has the True Value products to meet your needs. Get your home ready for winter at Willow True Value Hardware and save 10% on your purchase. Only at Willow True Value Hardware in the Willow Plaza Shopping Center in Willoughby, where it's more than just a name, it's a way of doing business.
Well, a lot to celebrate so far for Mentor. They're hoping on Sunday afternoon they'll be celebrating a playoff berth. Eric Hall with his second touchdown pass to Sean Mahora. For Eric, that's his 16th touchdown pass of the year. As I mentioned, Sean has now 5 touchdown catches out of his 42 receptions.
Don't forget our trivia question for tonight. Rebel fans, we want to know how many shutouts the South Rebels have to their credit this season. Cardinal fans, we want to know how many shutouts the Cardinals have to their credit this season. If you know either one, give us a call at 974-0012 for a hooded sweatshirt from Olympic Sport Goods. Rowe met hard at the 28-yard line and dumped right there. That's where the Rebels will take over, 1st and 10.
Al Smith on the tackle along with number 25. It appeared to be Rich Prunty is listed as number 25 in our book, but stat-wise it says Rich is 6'5". And number 25 who came off the field was closer to being 5'5" than 6'5", I think.
Bales in motion. Horrocks, the quarterback, pressures on, runs it across the 30. As we see sophomore Bob Horrocks in as quarterback now for the Rebels. Bob picks up about 5 yards as he scrambles out of the pocket. They'll mark it at the 34. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, Bob is more of a passing quarterback. He's come in relief the last couple of weeks. 13 of 26 for 50% for the sophomore quarterback. He's 5'11", 175 pounds. Coach Dan Hoffman expects a lot from Bob next season and says that he's doing a nice job coming in as the relief quarterback.
Looks like the Rebels may have fired off the line of scrimmage a bit too early. Pass is completed right in front of the Cardinal bench. Looks like T.J. McCrate. It is. Going to be close to a 1st down, but the penalty is against the Rebels.
Number 34 in there is Doug Boyd to talk with the official to find out what their options are. That would have been, I'm sure, good for a 1st down to McCrate, so Mentor will accept that penalty.
Looked like Jared Miller might have been the guilty party for the Rebels jumping off sides. As we look across the field to the Rebels sideline.
That's Rich Myers with the headphone. Rich, the defensive line coach for Willoughby South, and an ex-baseball opponent of mine from our high school days.
They go to Bob Bales. Bob has nowhere to go. The Cardinals are all there to greet him, throwing for a loss, but there is another penalty marker down.
Well, Al Smith had a hold of him when he heard the whistle, let him go.
Again, they're talking with the Cardinals. See, a good sign for the Cardinal fans, especially if they're talking playoff berth. Eric Hall is warming up with Jason Balo down on the sidelines. Jason's time has been limited this year due to injuries. Cardinals could use him if they were to qualify for the playoffs. Holding against the Rebels. Now they'll back it up to the 19-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 20.
Well, earlier in the season, Jason Balo was one of Mentor's top ground gainers.
Pressure on the Cardinals. Dump him inside the 5-yard line. Horrocks was in trouble and just wound up in deeper trouble. They're going to spot it at about the 6-yard line.
Loss of about 14 as John Suter, senior left outside linebacker, comes through with the blitz and takes Horrocks down.
Now it brings up 3rd and 33.
Talking about Jason Balo, he picked up 130 yards in non-conference play the first 3 games this year. Jason did a nice job starting at fullback for Mentor.
On the ground on 3rd and 33 is Bales, I believe. And another penalty marker is down right by the football.
It was against Mentor, probably a personal foul after the tackle, a 3-yard pickup for Bales, and then they'll tack on the 15 yards after that, but that'll still be a long way shy of a first down.
Doug Boyd talking with the officials. So the unsportsmanlike conduct call against the Cardinals will bring the ball out to the 25-yard line, but it still makes it 4th and 14, and a punting situation for Coach Hoffman and his Rebels.
Dave Bales in to kick. He's averaging 40 yards on his 2 kicks tonight. Got a 41-yarder away his last one.
Low kick, good hop though. Victor will field it at the 35. Todd breaks through one wave of Rebel tacklers. Finally dragged down at the 49-yard line of the Rebels. There's an official's timeout on the field. 4:29 left in the second quarter. Mentor 14, Willoughby South 0.
The Mentor Highway Racket and Fitness Club is your complete fitness center, featuring nutritional guidance and fitness testing. Enjoy tennis, racquetball, aerobics, nautilus and free weights, and a running track 7 days a week. Tennis and racquetball lessons and clinics are also available. At the Mentor Highway Racket and Fitness Club, you can even play basketball or volleyball. Experience all this and more only at the Mentor Highway Racket and Fitness Club, with the largest combination of racket and fitness in northeastern Ohio.
High school football teams all try to be number 1, but Daniels Brothers Fuel Company is number 1 when it comes to bringing you high-quality heating oil and expert burner service. When you call Daniels Brothers for home heating oil delivery or burner service, you're getting 66 years of unmatched experience. Daniels Brothers, a complete heating oil dealer with a 24-hour burner and furnace service department and budget plans to fit your needs. Daniels Brothers Heating Oil Specialists, doing it right since 1921.
Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen is loaded with high-quality used cars. Hi, this is Bob Lewis. If you're in the market for a good used car, now is the time to buy. Ed Pike has a large selection of used cars in excellent condition and value price. So if you're looking for a good used car, buy it from Ed Pike, the dealer that customers have trusted for over 20 years. Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen, 9647 Mentor Avenue, at the Painesville Township line in Mentor. Ed Pike's at it again with super savings on great Lincoln Mercuries. Right now at the Ed Pike clearance sale, you can own a Mercury Lynx for only $64.95. Drive away a 1987 Mercury Lynx for only $64.95, loaded with all these options. If you've been waiting to buy a car, now's the time. Remember, these cars are well equipped with a 1.6-liter engine, automatic transmission, power steering, and much, much more. Combine this with 2.9% financing, and you've got a great deal out of Mercury Lynx. See Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury, 9647 Mentor Avenue in Mentor.
Well, Bale's got away a 40-yarder. Victor with a nice return, but another yellow flag gets down. I don't know if this wind is pulling him out of the ref's pockets or what tonight, but that's a clip against Mentor. That'll mark it back 15 more yards, back to the 28. So at this point, neither team really has done a whole lot to stop the other one. They've done quite a bit to stop themselves with the penalties.
1st and 10 for Hall and the Cardinals. On the ground, Jason Balo, the ball carrier, and Jason doesn't want to go down. He gets out to the 30-yard line for a pickup of about 2 yards. Make it to 31 for a pickup of 3. And the crowd acknowledges Balo into the ball game. Maybe the referees, Bob, have a quota to meet each year on penalties, and they're way behind schedule coming into this last week.
I don't know. I'm going to check, though, then see what we've got. Jim Grinstead, again, provided us with stats this week, and one of the things I believe is in there is penalties against each team, and we'll see what these teams have done so far.
2nd and 7 from the 31. Hall looking to throw. Pressure. Gets it away. Scott Lowry at midfield. First down, Mentor Cardinals. And I don't see any yellow on the field.
19 yards to Scott Lowry.
Just shy of midfield, 1st and 10, Mentor Cardinals.
T.J. McCray with the tackle. As we look, Mentor this year has been penalized 52 times in 9 games, Jeff. That's less than 6 a ball game, and South's been penalized 58 times, which again is about 6 a game. So in the first half alone, I'm sure both these teams have been penalized close to 6 times.
Pitch out, Victor left side, hit, ball loose. In front of the Cardinal bench. Did it go out of bounds in time? No, the Rebels got on it. So the Rebels recover. Victor couldn't hold on to it. He was trying to turn the corner. He was going to lose a couple yards, and as he was hit, the ball popped loose, and the Rebels recover right in front of the Cardinal bench. So the Rebels will take over their best field position of the night at the 44-yard line of the Cardinals. 3 minutes left in this second quarter.
Dwayne Morris, number 58, an outside linebacker, the senior, comes up with that fumble.
Horrocks, the quarterback, hands it off to the fullback, Rowe, who gets it down to the 41-yard line for a pickup of 3. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Doug Boyd with the tackle.
Doug had an outstanding ball game last week for the Cardinals against Mayfield Wildcats. Bob, we went through a first half of football almost here at Mentor. We haven't seen an interception by Roger Winslow or Mike Pecoraro yet. That's rare. Horrocks going to keep it.
Good for the first down.
Number 10, Bob Horrocks, on the keeper for South.
Horrocks picks up about 8 that time.
He was stopped by number 34, Doug Boyd.
Again, Doug Boyd making the tackle. Of course, where the official is standing right now, I question whether they got the first down.
I think they're going to measure this one. On comes the chain gang all the way across the field.
My guess is that it might be just a little bit shy.
It's about the best angle we can give you at home. It's enough for a first down.
Hey, I was wrong, Jeff.
That's the first time this year you've missed one.
Oh, I think it has to do with the power outage here tonight. Well, unfortunately for the South Rebels, I was wrong on the first down. That's only their second first down of the evening.
So they'll spot it at the 34-yard line of the Cardinals. First and 10, 2:05 left for the Rebels. Pitch out on the ground. Bales. Maybe a yard, if any.
First hit by Al Smith. Greg Huss comes up, though, to finish him off.
You can just see that the Cardinals' defensive backs, Winslow and Pecoraro, even the safeties, Putney and McCormick, they're just coming in immediately. Really not any threat from the Rebels to pass the ball tonight. They're just coming in immediately and helping out on the line of scrimmage, shutting down that offensive running attack for the Rebels.
Well, Bob Horax has the wind with him. He's got Corbin split wide to the right, but again, he's going to go right up the middle to Dave Bales, who breaks one tackle, fights away from Troy Fry.
And the Rebels want to take a timeout now. There's a minute 26 left in this second quarter. They'll spot it at about the 27-yard line of the Cardinals, which will make it 3rd and 4. Don't forget, at the conclusion of tonight's ball game, we'll be selecting offensive and defensive players of the game from both schools. They'll be receiving plaques from J&H Trophy Center in Paynesville, made possible by the sponsors of tonight's ball game and Lake TV 35. Some of the crowd here tonight. Plenty of blankets out tonight. Cold night for high school football. Also, our trivia question for tonight. If you'd like a chance to win a hooded sweatshirt from Olympic Sport Goods in Menor, as we look at Old Glory again. If you can recall how many shutouts the Rebels have to their credit this year, not how many times they have been shut out, but how many times they have shut out their opponents, or the same for the Cardinals. How many times have they shut out their opponents? You only have to know one of the two. You don't have to tell us both. Give us a call at 974-0012 during this telecast. 3rd and 4 for the Rebels. Horrocks looking to throw, pressure's on, dumps it off. Should have enough for the first down as it's completed to Bob Bales. Bob run out of bounds at the 21-yard line. It is a Rebel first down with a minute 20 remaining.
Well, that's the first pass completion tonight by a Rebel quarterback. And then, more importantly, this stops the clock because he's able to get out of bounds as he's hit by Troy Fry.
First and 10. Horrocks rolling out. Going to tuck it in and run it now. Hit at the 20-yard line. Pick up of about a yard or two.
Number 10, Bob Horrocks.
Number 23, Rick
He was tackled by number 23, Rick Scott.
Tress with the tackle. Troy Fry had him around the ankle to start with. Menor's coaching staff making sure they get a lot of people in there tonight.
51 seconds to go in the first half.
Dave Bales in motion. Horrocks rolling out, looking to throw, going to be chased by Al Smith. Bob's going to outrun him, head for the sideline, dives out of bounds at about the 17-yard line to stop the clock with 40 seconds left.
Again, Troy Fry driving him out of bounds. Bob doing a good job just getting out of bounds.
Just a quick look at Dick Kirschbaum tonight. Has a new lid on.
I was going to say, Jeff, you're doing a good job picking out Dick Kirschbaum. I didn't recognize him with that stocking cap.
Has a new lid tonight. I always looked at Dick, see what kind of lid he's got on. And they're going to take a timeout now here momentarily. The officials will have a discussion.
Question may be, why haven't we thrown a flag in the last couple of minutes? Hope we don't hear from the association on that comment.
Bob Bales in motion, pressure on Horrocks, looking to throw, going to the corner in Mr. Peguero's neighborhood. Mike is lost momentarily. Touchdown, Rebels.
Call it back, though, because of the flag. It's going to be called against Willoughby South.
It was to T.J. McCray. Peguero had him covered, but the ball was lofted so high and far. Mike had lost him for a second, but as you said, call it back. Penalty, of course.
Yeah, we spoke too soon as far as the officials getting out of this half without throwing another flag.
That's unusual. Usually the Cardinal on a scoreboard only flashes when Menor scores, but as soon as the referees brought this one back, the Cardinals started flashing again. 31 seconds left. They're going to mark this penalty off. Let us take a timeout. 31 seconds left in the second quarter. The Cardinals lead at 14-0, but the Rebels are trying desperately to get on the scoreboard.
Marvin, 1 Hour Photo wants to remind you where your phone goes when it goes through the mail. Through rain, sleet, snow, and gloom of night. We might never see your film again. At 1 Hour Photo, we take care of your film. Get each shot individually, even collect the color and exposure while you watch or while you shop. And Marvin, you should take better care of yourself, too. Watch your great pictures come to life at 1 Hour Photo.
Little Rooster comes from Hertz Avis. He's now in business for himself. He calls Rhetoric. The Wilson's car into the shop. The garage ran into Ann's phone. Mike's insurance man sent them to Rhetoric. Mother Burke's in town for a month. Her son-in-law suggested budget. Mother Burke called Rhetoric. Next time you need a car, call Rhetoric. We take a lot of pride in our cars.
Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury has 1988 Lincoln Town Cars in stock. Why buy a used 87 Lincoln Town Car when you can get a brand new, never titled 1988 for just $26.85? The new, fully warranted 1988 Lincoln Town Car for only $26.85 at Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury, 9647 Mentor Avenue in Mentor.
Lake TV 35 is your local cable channel, providing you with local news, sports, special events, and high school sports. As our audience, you are important to us. We would like your ideas for future programming. If you have an idea, drop us a line at Lake TV 35, 7139 Hopkins Road, Mentor, Ohio, 44060, or call our answer line at 974-0012. They'll take back the Rebel touchdown. They're now at the 35-yard line, 3rd and 24. Horrocks to throw. Again, going for McCray. TJ, he's got it. What a catch by McCray. Peguero is right with him. Matter of fact, looked like they were fighting for the ball there for a moment, and McCray comes away with it for the touchdown.
Bob Horrocks completes his second pass of the evening. This one good for 36 yards to TJ McCray, and that's Bob's first touchdown pass of the season. And most importantly, it puts the Rebels on the board, cuts the Menor lead to 1 touchdown here as we near the end of the first half. For T.J. McCray, that's his 30th reception of the year and his 5th touchdown catch.
High snap. Of course, whistles have sounded, though, so we'll see what's going to happen here. Manning was going to attempt the kick, but the officials blew it dead. And against the Rebels.
Now, illegal procedure against Willoughby will move him back 5 more yards.
The point for South will be number 11, Tom Manning. Illegal procedure.
Tom Manning, 5'8", 155-pound senior place kicker. Kicked that big field goal that beat Maple Heights last week in that defensive struggle.
Manning now attempting a 25-yarder. He has it. 23 seconds left, and it's now a 14-7 ball game. The Cardinals still leading. We'll keep it right here. We have paid up the rent for the first half.
Well, Bob Horrocks hitting that touchdown pass We mentioned Horrocks has been in a relief role a number of times this year for the Rebels. Had completed 13 out of 26 passes coming in tonight. He's 2 for 2 so far, and has his first touchdown pass in varsity competition. Dan Hoffman talked earlier tonight about the number of talented freshman and sophomore ball players they have in the Willoughby system. And as a Willoughby resident, it's nice to know that Coach Hoffman thinks that the Rebels will return to glory in the very near future.
Let's hope it's not going to be as long as when your son Bubba Boo is ready to play. He's got a few years yet.
Yeah, we're going to turn Bubba into a golfer, I hope, so at this time of the year we can be someplace in a warm climate.
Taking off, number 11, Tom Manning, for South.
Ball is fumbled. Pat DeMontis will fall on it at about the 22-yard line.
On the ball for the Cardinals, number 22, Pat DeMontis.
With the clock running, it looks like we may get out of the half without any more penalties.
Bob, maybe you and I have been unjust a bit by wrapping the referees tonight, because I remember the last 2 weeks that we have watched high school football and the games we have done here on Lake TV 35, we've had the same officiating crew that was a little reluctant in pulling the flag a few times when we thought they should have. And now it's just the opposite here tonight. At Menor, we're seeing quite a few flags, so that may be some of the reason for our sarcastic comments towards the officials tonight.
Well, that was a tough job. Coach Kirschbaum on the field now questioning the ref as to why the clock ran from 15 seconds down to 5. If we're going to stop the clock, he wants to know why wasn't it stopped at 15 seconds if it's supposed to be running. How come it stopped at 5?
Now they have nothing on the clock, no time at all. What a confused first half of football at Menor Stadium. Now they're saying the half is over. I think Coach Kirschbaum was trying to tell them that all along. What'd you stop it for, fellas? They probably said, okay, you're right, Dick. We'll run off 5 seconds, see if anyone notices. We'll send you to the locker rooms where it's nice and warm. You'll have 15 to 20 minutes to get warmed up here. The first half has come to a close here at Menor Stadium. The Cardinals are on top 14-7. The Cardinals scoring went like this. Hall to Mahor, 24-yard touchdown pass in the first quarter with 9:22 on the clock. Prasad added the PAT in the second quarter with 7:29 on the clock. Eric Hall again found Sean Mahor 24 yards out. Prasad added the kick to make it 14-0, and with just 23 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, Horrocks hit McCrate from 35 yards out. Manning added the extra point. That's where we stand right now, 14-7. And Bob, although the Rebels have really shown nothing offensively besides the one excellent reception by T.J. McCrate, Cardinals really haven't looked too dominating tonight as far as they can go in the locker room and just relax and say, okay, we only have to come out for 24 more minutes and we've won this one. That's not the case.
Well, I got to believe the defensive coaches are going to get on the Cardinals because they allowed that touchdown in the end of the first half, and that broke a shutout string of quarters that they had been building up. Also, as you say, the offense has not looked sharp, although they've spent a lot of time giving the ball to Greg Huss to get him a little bit more experienced. It may be very possible too that we're not seeing all of the Menor offense tonight because they want to win, but they also don't want to show any possible playoff opponents any more of their offense than they have to. So it could be that they've been playing a little bit closer to the vest than we normally would see. Although Eric Hull has put the ball up 14 times in the first half, it wouldn't be surprising to see him continue with the ground game in the second half.
Well, let us take you down to the field now for some halftime entertainment. Once again, the Cardinals are leading the Rebels at halftime, 14-7. It's the Willoughby South High School marching band on the field now. Let's go down to the field for some entertainment.
to a recent popular hit, You Rock That Loving Field.
Mentor Stadium at halftime. The Willoughby South Marching Band is coming off the field. Mentor Cardinals will be coming on Band Parents Night here at Mentor. The score, Mentor Cardinals 14, Willoughby South 7. We'll be back in a moment.
Ed Pike Volkswagen is closing them out. That's right, Ed Pike's closing out 1987 Volkswagen Quantums, Scirocco's, and Golf GTs. And that means big savings for you. Save $2,000 on a luxurious Quantum featuring Volkswagen high performance and comfort. Save $1,500 on high performance Scirocco's, the fastest Volkswagen you can buy. Save $1,000 on Golf GT with GTI performance. 1987 closeout Volkswagen savings. Now at Ed Pike Volkswagen, 9647 Mentor Avenue in Mentor. Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen is loaded with high-quality used cars. Hi, this is Bob Lewis. If you're in the market for a good used car, now is the time to buy. Ed Pike has a large selection of used cars in excellent condition and value price. So if you're looking for a good used car, buy it from Ed Pike, the dealer that customers have trusted for over 20 years. Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen, 9647 Mentor Avenue at the Painesville Township line in Mentor.
Come to the Mentor Heisley Racket and Fitness Club and experience the most complete combination of racket sports, Nautilus and free weights, and aerobics in northeastern Ohio. The club showcases 31 Nautilus machines and 7,000 pounds of free weights. The aerobics classes are designed to help you tone up, lose weight, increase your flexibility, and improve your cardiovascular performance. So join the Menor Heisley Racket and Fitness Club today, where variety and motivation are the highlight of a super workout. It's Willow True Value Hardware for savings and service on all your indoor and outdoor home repair needs. Mention this TV35 high school football ad and save 10% on your purchase. From leaf rakes to plumbing and painting supplies, Willow True Value Hardware has the True Value products to meet your needs. Get your home ready for winter at Willow True Value Hardware and save 10% on your purchase. Only at Willow True Value Hardware in the Willow Plaza Shopping Center in Willoughby, where it's more than just a name, it's a way of doing business.
Senior band night here at Menor Stadium. Also, dedication tonight of the Menor Stadium to Sam Carnabucci, a longtime Menor booster and former assistant coach. We've got the Menor Cardinal Fighting Band coming onto the field, so we will have their halftime performance.
Sit back, watch and listen as the band plays I Go to Rio. Favorite by Carl King.
Well, the marching band from Menor High putting the finishing touches on their routine, head for the sidelines and back into the stands and trying to stay warm here on a very cold night for high school football from Menor Stadium. Jeff Sudbrook along with Bob Boer calling the action for you on Lake TV 35. Currently at halftime, the Cardinals lead the Rebels of Willoughby South 14-7. Let us take a timeout. Bob and I will be right back to recap the first half scoring and take a look at some halftime statistics when we return.
High school football teams all try to be number one, but Daniels Brothers Fuel Company is number one when it comes to bringing you high-quality heating oil and expert burner service. When you call Daniels Brothers for home heating oil delivery or burner service, you're getting 66 years of unmatched experience. Daniels Brothers, a complete heating oil dealer with a 24-hour burner and furnace service department and budget plans to fit your needs. Daniels Brothers Heating Oil Specialists, doing it right since 1921.
There's no such thing as a perfect insurance policy. Every person's needs and goals differ. With something as highly personalized as insurance, you'd be wise to have a good, reputable agency in your corner. An agency like Pease Kerr. In business since 1891, they have a full staff of experts in every phase of insurance. Whether it's life, home, business, auto, or health, the professionals at Pease Kerr are working for you. See them at 111 North St. Clair Street, Painesville, or call 352-8900. Ed Pike, Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen means service. That's right. When you buy a new or used car at Ed Pike, Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen, you can depend on the Ed Pike award-winning service department. Over the years, Ed Pike has won every major Ford Motor Service Award and the respect of its customers. Recognition and respect. Two big reasons to service your car at Ed Pike, Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen, 9647 Mentor Avenue at the Painesville Township line in Mentor.
For Concord Township Bridge.
Cardinal cheerleaders trying to stay warm tonight. Right now watching their Menor Cardinals hold on to a 14-7 lead at halftime. The Cardinals scored first in tonight's ball game in the first quarter, 9:22 on the clock. Quarterback Eric Hall hit Sean Mahor from 24 yards out. Prasad added the extra point to make it 7-0. With 7:29 on the clock in the second quarter, again it was Hall to Mahor for exactly 24 yards once again. Prasad with the PAT. It was 14-0 until 23 seconds left in the second quarter when quarterback Bob Horrocks hit T.J. McCrate from 35 yards out. Manning added the extra point, and that's how the first half ended. 14-7. The Cardinals leading the Willoughby South Rebels. Bob, let's take a look at those statistics.
Well, Jeff, as we look at our halftime stats for the Menor Cardinals offensively, on the ground game, Greg Huss has carried the ball 7 times tonight for 50 yards, possibly his best game for Menor as far as taking the workload. Todd Victor's carried 3 times for 4 yards. In the passing game, Eric Hall has completed 9 of 14 for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns. On the south side of the coin, other than the big T.J. McCrate reception for 36 yards and a touchdown, Bob Horrocks is 2 for 2 for 40 yards. Mike Pachorek was 0 for 4 as a starter. Running-wise tonight, John Rowe has carried the ball 5 times for 16 yards, and that's been the extent of the offense. The turnover at the end of the first half with 2:34 to play, the fumble recovery by Ward, not by Ward, by Dwayne Wood, put the Dwayne Morris. I want to talk about Dwayne Wood, the Wycliffe linebacker. Dwayne Morris picked up the fumble with 2:34 to play. A couple of penalties against the Rebels, a touchdown pass that was called back, and then the big one to McCrate put the Rebels on the board. But offensively tonight, Dan Hoffman's Rebels have not shown us a whole lot, but they're still in the ball game, trailing only by the 1 touchdown. So unless Menor really gets on track, South is still in line for a possible upset here this evening.
Well, right now the Cardinals enjoying that 14-7 halftime lead. And Bob, one thing our statistics don't reflect, well, obviously they do, unless we pass it on to our viewers if they have not witnessed the first half. Several penalties throughout the first half by both ball clubs.
Well, again, we've talked about this, and we have been rather negative towards our officials tonight. If I can make one more negative comment, I know it's cold, but I wish they'd wear gloves and keep their hands out of their pocket. I think they put their hands in their pocket and feel that flag and throw the thing. It's pretty cold on the field, and it's ruined at this point what might be a good ball game. Of course, so, if there's a penalty that's occurring you know, it's their job to call it, and it's not up to them to decide whether or not they should call a play back or not. But they've done it an awful lot tonight. The fans here are yelling. They don't like it, you know. Keeps the telecast running longer. You know, we just assume that they wouldn't nitpick if that's what they're doing and let the kids play football.
Well, the Cardinals enjoying that 14-7 halftime lead, and Coach Dick Kirschbaum is on the field now talking with the officials, and maybe he's passing on the same advice you had for him a little earlier, letting them know to keep the hands away from the flags. But as you said, the Mentor Cardinal fans were very unhappy with all the penalties being thrown until one of the Rebel touchdowns were called back. We enjoyed that quite a bit, but then quarterback Horrocks hooked up with T.J. McCrae for a 35-yard touchdown pass. So that's where we are right now at halftime, 14-7, and we're almost ready to start the third quarter. Let us take one more timeout, and then we'll return for second half action from Mentor Stadium.
Enter Lake TV 35's high school football trivia contest and win a hooded sweatshirt from Olympic Sport Goods. This hooded sweatshirt will have the Olympic Sport Goods insignia on the front and can be yours if you give the right answer to the high school football trivia question given during each quarter of this game. For all Friday night games, you can enter on Friday nights during the game or during the replays on Saturday mornings and Tuesday evenings. For the Saturday night games, you can again enter during the game that night or during the replays on Sunday mornings and Wednesday nights. Phone 974-0012 and leave your answer to the question along with your name and phone number. A random drawing will be held of all the correct answers. Only one entry per person per game will be permitted. Enter Lake TV 35's high school football trivia contest and win a hooded sweatshirt from Olympic Sport Goods, 7150 Hart Street, 810 in Mentor. Phone now during the game. The number again is 974-0012.
Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen is loaded with high-quality used cars. Hi, this is Bob Lewis. If you're in the market for a good used car, now is the time to buy. Ed Pike has a large selection of used cars in excellent condition and value price. So if you're looking for a good used car, buy it from Ed Pike, the dealer that customers have trusted for over 20 years. Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury Volkswagen, 9647 Mentor Avenue, at the Painesville Township line in Mentor. Ed Pike's at it again with super savings on great Lincoln Mercuries. Right now at the Ed Pike clearance sale, you can own a Mercury Lynx for only $64.95. Drive away a 1987 Mercury Lynx for only $64.95, loaded with all these options. If you've been waiting to buy a car, now's the time. Remember, these cars are well equipped with a 1.6-liter engine, automatic transmission, power steering, and much, much more. Combine this with 2.9% financing, and you've got a great deal out of Mercury Lynx. See Ed Pike Lincoln Mercury, 9647 Mentor Avenue in Mentor.
Riverside has picked up 11 first downs on offense, 1 on the pass to Dempsey, 10 on running plays. On the Harvey side of the line, they've picked up 8 first downs in a variety of ways on the ground,